So, do you believe poverty is mainly caused by poor leadership, economic system, or individual circumstances?
Uh, you have read the book up to what number of page?
To 178.
178.
Yes.
From the reading of the book up to this number of page, what have you understood?
I have understood many concepts in the book, starting from the fictional story of the number of bells, 5,000 as to 1,000 people, and the others were greedy. They took more than others, and these others were left with less. So others were forced to work for those who had more, and also to the point of whereby India was colonized by British, and they were forced to work under the British government. After working for many years, the those who were wealthy, the Indians, those who were wealthy,
No, no.
influenced.
About the question,
Yes,
the question that you had about the poverty, did you find any reference in this book?
yes.
What is that?
It is said that most of the poverty it is caused by the political leaders who were elected for us to lead us, because they have said some of the policies which only benefited the wealth and making the poor more poor, exploiting the poor.
So do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree to that.
Is that not your answer to your question?
Is the answer to my question.
What is the next question now? And also you can refer to this question 109. Is the
One zero
version
212.
question number page number 1 211. Question number 107. Page number 210. Okay, now you read this question.
This one.
Yes.
Raj, your replies raise another question. Were the problems of poverty, wealth, and social inequalities, sufferings of children, environmental degradation, and pollution man-made?
Man-made. Okay, so he's now asking a question: is it man-made problem? Because he has understood the history, he has gone through various real-time explanations of poverty, gap between rich and poor up to this number of page 210. Now, after having understood all the problems in the
Yes.
society, now he is raising this question: is this man-made problem? And what Nelson Mandela says, read what Nelson Mandela says.
Poverty is not natural, it is man-made.
It is man-made. So man-made problems have to be solved by man, by the involvement of people. That is why when you read this book, you're understanding from this book that majority people are ignorant. They do not understand the role and responsibilities of elected leaders. Elected leaders are making fool of others because they know people are ignorant. The policies have to be changed because these are man-made policies. Laws are made by whom?
By the people.
By the people, not by the God. So if laws are not correctly made, the gap between rich and poor will continue to exist. To make correct laws, people will have to be educated and they have to pressurize the elected leaders to change the laws. Okay, what is your next question?
Can a country have democratic elections and still fail to deliver justice?
Sorry?
Can a country have democratic elections and still fail to deliver justice? If so, why?
Democratic?
Elections
Huh.
and fail to deliver justice
Fail
to
to deliver justice.
yes.
You see, democracy means you are electing your own representative
Yes.
who are the your representative in the government. These elected representatives have the authority to frame laws. They have the responsibility to frame laws. They are the legislators. If legislators do not make the correct laws, they have to make appropriate laws, appropriate policies to ensure proper distribution of resources. You read the story yesterday of Rajneesh and Jagdish.
Yes, yes.
What did you learn from that story?
I heard that from the policies which were made by the government, which caused the inflation, the richer, the rich who was, I can't really remember the name. He continued to be rich, but the person who was working for him, who was poor, continued to be poor. At first, he was able to cater for his family with the few money, with the few amounts of money that he was having at first. But later on, due to inflation, he could
So
not
that
even feed
means
his family.
the policy of economic development is not framed appropriately, whereby the resources of growth should have gone to those who were needy. That means economic policy is wrong.
Yeah,
It is
it's
making rich richer.
yeah, it's wrong.
So who has to make those policies? Again, the elected representative. Government. What is government in a democracy? A group of people who are elected, they form the government. Only they form the government. God does not run the government.
Yeah,
It's the people who run the government. So people have to be so much aware to frame right policies. Their awareness or their consciousness will awake when the general masses are awake. General masses discuss the problems in the society. They issue points for the legislators that these are the policies are required. Unless general population is involved, democracy is a failure if population is illiterate. Democracy means a judicious decision of a person through the vote, electing the right person, having the capacity to frame correct policies. If we are electing uneducated people or greedy people, they will frame policies for their benefit. They will not make policies for the benefit of masses. Unless policies are framed for the benefit of masses, how will the condition of masses improve? So, in a democracy, it is very important that people should be well aware, well educated. Unfortunately, majority population is not aware about the value of democracy. Like someone from you mentioned, how they buy the votes by making false promises. When they make false promises, people buy the false promises because they do not know the significance of their vote. And every election, they are duped. Same thing is repeated every election. So how we will stop it unless we get education or we spread awareness? Is there any other way?
Mhm.
So, so democracy is a very useful instrument to achieve the objectives of the welfare state, social, economic, and political justice for everybody. But that will happen when people are educated, people are aware, they know the role and responsibilities. Of many people, I talk to them, they do not know the responsibilities of MLA, the legislators, the elected representatives. They do not know their responsibilities only. They sometimes blame the courts. They do not know the courts are only to follow the law framed by the legislators. So there is a deficiency of knowledge, huge deficiency of knowledge, even amongst the educated people. One doctor sent me a message today morning by referring to an article in the newspaper. She said that look how children are getting spoiled. There should be a ban on social media, something like that. She mentioned. I said, who has to do this? She says, you as advocate. I said, no, it's not my job. It is the job of a legislator. Legislator can frame a law. I cannot frame a law. So educated people are also not aware of the exact role and responsibilities of the people in the society. There's a lot of confusion. That is why there is corruption. How can there be corruption in a democratic society? Tell me. If I am electing a person who's supposed to frame policies for the welfare of the people and he is my representative, if he if despite me electing the government, now that means the people are electing the government, if I am electing the government, still there is a corruption, that means there is something wrong. That wrong has to be understood. What is that wrong? Unless we try to understand what is wrong, wrong is lack of correct knowledge, by which we elect corrupt people, and corrupt people will do corruption only. They will frame policies for corruption for their benefit. Right or wrong?
Right.
So you get answer to your question.
Absolutely.
So what is your next question?
The next question goes like this: how should justice be measured? By equal opportunities, equal outcomes, or something else?
You see, this book talks of equal platform.
Yes.
It talks of equal opportunities. When opportunities are deficient, you are allowed to join the college, she is not allowed to join the college because there is only one seat. She also desires to study in the college, you also desire to study in the college. Now how will the person chosen, you or her, when there is a choice? That means one of two person will have to be uh, not given a chance.
Yes.
Only one person will get a chance.
Yes.
So what criteria will be framed to include one and exclude another?
Uh,
In whose hand it will be? The one in authority. The one in authority will decide a criteria which favors his person. If somebody does not have link or connection, he will be excluded. So the platform should be equal, opportunity should be equal. Everyone has the ability to show his strength, work on the abilities, and after getting equal opportunities, it is up to the person to work hard or not work hard. If he chooses not to work hard, if he is relegated to second place or third place, it is okay, but at least opportunity should be equal. Now you see these people in slums, the children in slums, are they getting equal platform?
no.
So from the childhood only they are deprived of the education, guidance. They are growing in age but not growing in knowledge.
True.
So how will they enjoy equal opportunities also when there is no equal capacity building? Capacity building opportunities have to be equal, no? Those have to be available to everybody, isn't it? If
Yes.
opportunities are not available, if at the initial stage the children are deprived of opportunities, their capacity is not built. Without building capacity, how will they will compete with the world? So they will automatically be left behind. Then we will say they are poor. But when is the injustice caused? At the beginning, when the life begins. When the life begins, at that time, the sport has to be equal and appropriate for everybody. You read the story of three friends, one who was standing in the well.
Yes, yes, I've read it.
So, what do you understand from that story?
I understand that there are others who have a future which is easy, like the first one who had a track which was clear and straight, and there are others which have a future which is a bit hard. For example, that one who had the hurdles in his tracks, and there are others who are coming from an extremely poor background, like that one who was in the pit. So they had to put extra effort to get to success as compared to those who are in the easier path.
Yeah. And the one who's on the easier path wins.
Yeah.
Others, despite working hard, loses.
Yes.
So that means platform is not equal.
Yes. It's not
If
equal.
there was equal platform, then the person who was standing in the well, he would have won because he worked more hard.
Yes.
But now, in the present circumstance, he lost the game. So the story fits your answer.
Yes.
So this book provides all the answers.
Yeah. It provides all the answers.
Any other question?
Yeah. I'll go for the last one.
Okay, come to the last one.
How can citizens distinguish between leaders who genuinely pursue justice and those who merely use justice as a political slogan?
Okay. Yesterday I narrated a story of the necklace.
Yes.
What have you understood from that?
I understood that the person who was in need to sell his necklace, first he was given money to use, and he was said to go and use it before selling the diamond. After using the money, after a while of using the money, later on when he came back without the necklace, when he was asked where is the necklace, he discovered that it was a fake, meaning that in the desperate situation, if he was said it was fake, he would have said he is taking advantage.
So what made him understand the difference between fake and real?
I think it's because of the difference in situation.
No, knowledge, because he was working in the shop, gaining knowledge every day.
Okay, okay, okay,
You missed that. His uncle employed him in his shop where he was coming every day to get training. After getting training, he got so much of knowledge that he was himself able to tell the uncle this was fake diamond.
okay,
Then uncle said, "Look, if I had told you it was fake, you would not have believed. You would have thought uncle is trying to avoid me." But now, through the training, you have got so much knowledge that you were yourself able to identify these were fake diamonds. I did not have to tell you. So if people have knowledge, then will they be able to differentiate between the fake leaders and real leaders? Unless people have knowledge, how will they judge?
they can't.
Does this story fits to his answer? The story of necklace? Do you
Yeah,
so get the answer?
yeah, I got the answer.
Any other question?
No, I will leave it to Abraham now.
Okay.
This time.
So you got all the answers.
Yes, sir.